have CBIC Chairman Sanjay Kumar Agarwal. Let's go across and listen into what he has to say.
I have with me Mr. Sanjay Kumar Agarwal, Chairman CBIC. Grateful to you, sir, for speaking with us on ET now. It's a mega reform under GST after 8 years of its implementation. Could you please help us understand about the rationale behind this decision?
At the time of introduction of GST, the rates were fixed on individual items based on the tax incidence on that particular item. So if the rate fixed was 28%, it was on the basis of what was the excise duty or what was the VAT rate applicable on that item. So for example, cement, it was fixed at 28% on that basis. It was not on that at what rate cement should be charged to duty. So after 8 years, and when GST has stabilized and there is robust growth in GST revenues, it was thought that time has come to do a comprehensive exercise, rate restructuring exercise. And because earlier there were 4 rates, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. It was thought that we should have fewer number of rates so that there are lesser number of rate related disputes. And what should be the rate structure? So it should be one standard rate, one merit rate. So with that thought process, these 4 rates have been reduced to 2 rates.
Right, sir.
And the items which were there on 12% or 28%, they have been moved to other rates. So 12%, most of the items have been, because they were already considered to be having some merit to attract a lower rate, because the standard rate again was 18%. So most of the items, almost 99% items from 12% have been brought down to merit rate of 5%. And few items have been moved to 18%.
Okay.
Likewise on 28%, items have been moved to, mostly items have been moved to 18%. Barring certain goods, which are either considered to be sin goods or ultra luxury goods.
Right.
So those have been taken to a special rate of 40%.
These rates will be effective from 22nd September. Please provide some clarity on tax treatment of inventory built up till date.
These rates will be applicable on all goods and services from 22nd September, barring the tobacco products, pan masala, cigarettes. So on these items, the existing rates and existing slaves will continue, because earlier it was thought that this new rates will be applicable sometimes from October end. But then we start receiving some reports from, or we start gathering from the media, that people are postponing their purchases.
Right.
So therefore it was thought that this exercise need to be completed quickly. And therefore the GST council meeting was held yesterday. And now the new rates will be applicable from 22nd September. You have mentioned about the inventories.
Right.
So inventories, if these have been cleared from the manufacturing facilities at old rates, the ITC will be available on the tax paid at old rates.
Okay.
And from 22nd, the new rates will apply. So they can utilize the ITC, which has been taken on the goods tax paid on those goods at the time of their clearances or supplies. And because at every stage there is some value addition. So they pay their liabilities either from ITC or from the cash payment. So, but maybe if the item on a particular item rate has come down, so the ITC availability will be sufficient to discharge the entire liability from ITC, not from cash, for some time.
Right.
So during the transition period, these things happen, and rates have been reduced or brought down in past also.
Okay. So in the case of auto sector, where they have built up huge inventory anticipating festive season, so will there be a similar treatment?
In auto cars, apart from GST, there was compensation which was levied. So from 22nd September, there will not be any compensation cess.
Right, sir.
So if the clearances have happened from the manufacturing facility on which GST and compensation cess has been paid, so dealers, they can take the ITC of both and use the same till 21st September. But after, from 22nd September, cards will attract either 18% or 40%. So that, for that, they will have to discharge the ITC, their liability from ITC, which is available on GST or from cash payment. But compensation cess, which is lying in their books, cannot be utilized.
Okay. Now let me come to the insurance sector. A mega decision, in the favor of policyholder, where GST will be exempted on insurance premiums, be it health insurance or life insurance. But there are some concerns raised by the industry, especially on the issue of denying input tax credit under new provision. So how do you plan to address these concerns?
Like whenever we buy anything, there is a price and then there is a GST. So if we see that come GST price, we have to make the payment to the seller.
Right, sir.
So this happens in case of if you buy a policy also from insurance company. So presently they have to charge the premium and charge the GST at the rate of 18%. But from 22nd September, it will get exempted in case of health insurance taken by individuals and life insurance policies taken by individuals. So they will not be making it in the invoice. They will charge only premium, but no GST.
Okay.
But as you have mentioned that on certain services or certain goods on which they have paid the tax and they have taken the ITC.
ITC, right.
Because it is exempt, policy is now exempted. So they will have to reverse that and they cannot avail that ITC.
Okay. One question on online gaming. Since online money games are banned in the country with under new provision, but the government is also promoting e-sports and social games. So what would be the tax treatment under new structure on particular items, on these items?
E-sports and e-games, these were always treated differently than online money games.
Right.
Because in online money games, there is an actionable claim. And therefore, online money gaming was subjected to 28% rate. Now, though it is banned, but some rate is to be given. So
right,
the rate given is 40%. Whereas in case of e-sports, earlier also the rate was 18% and it will continue to be 18%.
Right. So the e-sports and these all come under 18%?
Yeah. Presently also 18% and the same rate will continue.
Okay. So there is significant rate reduction, sir. Of course, boost to the economy in foreseeable future. But do you anticipate that the new provisions and this mega rate reduction is going to hit your revenue collection going forward?
Whenever rate reduction exercise is done, because in this exercise, the purpose was not to bring down the rates all around. It was a rate rationalization exercise.
Right.
And in rationalization exercise, some items have moved to the higher rates also.
Right.
But most of the items which are used by common man or agriculturists, so those have been brought down. So when we bring down the rates on many items, so maybe for a short period there will be a revenue hit. But our experience shows that whenever there is a rate cut, the consumption goes up. And as the consumption goes up, then GST is collected on that additional consumption. Economy grows.
Right.
So and whenever there is a lesser rate, the compliances are also become better. Like in case of say maybe a beauty parlor service or health services, present rate is 18%. Now it is being cut down to 5%. So earlier the tendency was why I will pay 18%. So the compliances were less. But now with 5%, I think the compliance level will go up. So rate reduction doesn't mean that if we do a mathematical exercise, we'll say that it will come down. But actually it does not move in that manner.
So under current circumstances, are you confident to meet your target for the current financial year?
Yes, we will be monitoring it very closely, that how the revenue comes in the coming months in this financial year. But I am confident that we'll be collecting good amount of GST revenue.
And one question on, of course, ensuring this benefit to be passed on to the consumers, because there are some concerns raised by the state governments that come out with a clear mechanism where the benefit of rate reduction should be passed on to the consumer and not to be retained by the companies. So how do you ensure it?
Regarding that, I would like to mention that there were anti-profiteering provisions under GST law when GST was introduced. But the number of applications which came under that provision were not too many. I think something like 700 odd applications came, and the amount involved was something like 3,000 crores.
Right, sir.
So it is not huge, because so from that experience I can say that industry in India is very competitive. So if there is any rate reduction, the benefits are passed on. So there will not be many instances where there will be any reason to make a complaint. But if there is a complaint, it can be sent to CBIC or state governments, and we'll take it up with the industry body.
Fine. Thank you.